Hello friends, welcome to UPSC Made Simple channel. We are in the right approach series to UPSC prelims questions. In that today's topic for discussion is flip or exchange of words approach. So in this approach what UPSC will do, they will exchange, interchange or flip the keywords among the statements and sometimes between different questions also. So this can happen also. So you have to be careful while reading the both statements. Just check whether first fact is related to second or second fact is related to first or not. Right. So moving on to the today's approach series, we will first again see the same thing: knowledge, understanding and conceptual clarity along with logic and common sense should be prioritized before should be given priority before going for this approach. But beyond 40 to 50% of the questions you will not have 100% surety where this approach will definitely help. So we'll start with today's question. So 2011 question from geography. La Nina is suspected to have caused recent floods in Australia. How is La Nina different from El Nino? La Nina is characterized by unusually cold ocean temperature in equatorial Indian Ocean, whereas El Nino is characterized by unusually warm ocean temperature in the equatorial Pacific Ocean. So what UPSC did here, they have just interchanged words. It would have been correct if it would have been Pacific Ocean and the both places. That's why this answer is wrong. Second statement, El Nino has adverse effect on southwest monsoon of India, but La Nina has no effect on monsoon climate. That's why it is wrong. So answer is D, not 1 and 2. Right? Got it? They have just exchanged the keywords. So Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean. It would have been correct if it would have been Pacific Ocean. We'll see similar kind of question in upcoming years. Next question from 2014. So question is with respect to eco-sensitive zone. So with reference to eco-sensitive zones, which of the following statements is oblique are correct? Eco-sensitive zones are areas that are declared under Wildlife Protection Act. We know it is not Wildlife Protection Act, it is Environment Protection Act 1986. That's why first statement is wrong. Second, the purpose of declaration of eco-sensitive zone is to prohibit all kinds of activities in those zones except agriculture. So we know this statement is wrong because sometimes research kind of non-invasive activities are allowed even in a core area of tiger reserve. So this statement cannot be true. That's why both the statements are wrong. Answer is D. Now come to the next question. This was 95th question. Come to the 96th question. Animal Welfare Board of India is established under Environment Protection Act. So what you observe here, it would have been correct if this Environment Protection Act would have been in the 95th question first statement. Eco-sensitive zones are areas that are declared under the Environment Protection Act. But UPSC just interchanged these key words or these key facts with statements of other question, right? That's why this statement is wrong. And Animal Welfare Board of India is established under not Environment Protection Act and not again Wildlife Protection Act, but Prevention of Cruelty to Animals 1962 Act, right? So then second statement, National Tiger Conservation Authority is a statutory body. We know it is statutory body. National Ganga River Basin Authority is chaired by Prime Minister. True. That's why answer is 2 and 3. We'll move on to the next question. This question is from again 2014 from Art and Culture. Consider the following statements. Bijak is a composition of teachings of Saint Dadudaya. Bijak, Saint Dadudaya. Second, the philosophy of Pushti Marg was propounded by Madhvacharya. There is a chance that they will exchange Bijak of Madhvacharya to Saint Dadudaya and Pushti Marg of Saint Dadudaya to the this second statement, right? So if you go with this logic, you will reach out to the answer D, neither 1 nor 2. But you will get the answer with this approach, but the reason is not the correct Bizek is not of Madhavacharya. Bizek is of Saint Kabir. And Pushti Marg is not of Saint Dadu Dayal, but it is of Vallabhacharya. Right? So sometimes, luckily, if you apply this approach, you will get the correct answer, but the correct reason behind this is not this exchange or flip of words. Right? We'll move on to the next question from 2015. So question is, the winds which blow between 30° north, 30 degrees and 60 degrees south latitudes throughout the year are known as westerlies. So what UPSC did here, so they have just tried to catch you in this. It would have been correct 30 north and 60 north, or 30 south or 60 south, but they have just exchanged north with south, south with north, and that's why this statement is wrong. Come to the second statement. The moist air masses that cause winter rains in northwestern region of India are part of westerlies. True, given in NCERT. That's why answer is B, 2 only. In first statement itself, they have just tried to catch you in north and south. So you have to be very careful while reading this kind of facts during this pressure time of 2 hours. We'll move on to the next question from 2017. Question is again from geography. Indian Ocean Dipole. With reference to IOD, sometimes mentioned in the news while forecasting Indian monsoon, which of the following statements is oblique are correct? IOD is phenomena characterized by difference in sea surface temperature between tropical western Indian Ocean and tropical eastern Pacific Ocean. Right? Again, same thing we have seen in 2011 question, right? With respect to La Nina and El Nino. Now here we will see. It is between tropical western Indian Ocean and tropical eastern Indian Ocean and not Pacific Ocean. That's why they have cast you here in the Pacific Ocean. In a hurry, there are high chances that you will neglect this Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean and you will consider like it is true and you will mark it correct. But that is not the correct option, right? That's why you have to be careful while reading this kind of words, interchange of words or flip of words in particularly geography kind of questions. Come to the second statement. An IOD phenomena can influence an El Nino's impact on Indian monsoon. Makes sense. That's why answer is B, 2 only. We'll move on to the next question from 2018. So question is from Cultural History of India. Consider the following statements. White marbles was used in making Buland Darwaja and Kanka at Fatehpur Sikri. Second, red sandstone and marble were used in making Bara Imam Bara and Rumi Darwaja at Lucknow. So if you see it carefully, mostly whenever it will be Mughal and Akbar, Fatehpur Sikri with respect to Akbar, so it will be red sandstone and not white marble. And where you see Lucknow kind of culture, Lucknowi culture or Lucknowi architecture, you will see use of white marbles. Right? Here again, UPSC have just tried to exchange the keywords or they have just flipped the keywords. That's why both the statements are wrong. Answer is D. We'll move on to the next question from 2019. Again, very difficult question and very controversial question. So many different answer keys, right? With reference to Mughal India, what is oblique are the differences between Jagirdar and Zamindar. So Jagirdar were the holders of land assignments in lieu of judicial and police duties, whereas Zamindars were holders of revenue rights without obligation to perform any duty other than revenue collection. What UPSC did? Same thing. They have just interchanged the words Jagirdar with Zamindar. Logically also if you see Jagirdar were the holders of land, Zameen is called as land. So it is most probably like holders of land will be Zamindars and not the Jagirdars. And then holders of revenue rights without obligation to perform any duty other than revenue collection is not appropriate for Zamindar, but it is most appropriate for Jagirdar. Then again come to the second statement. Land assignments to Jagirdars were hereditary and revenue rights of zamindars were not hereditary. Again, they have just exchanged. Whenever it will be land, it is most appropriate for zamindar because zamin itself is a land, and whenever it is with respect to revenue rights which are not hereditary, it's jagirdar. Again, simple logic you can apply. Hereditary means that can go from one generation to other. So revenue rights is very difficult. They can change that person, but land assignments or land kind of thing, it is most probably hereditary. Why? Because one generation do some kind of land development, right? So they make it better. They develop the land, right? So to change the owner of this is very difficult. That's why it is mostly, and it is again immovable. That's why the chances of land assignments being hereditary are high. That's why both the statements are wrong. Even if you apply the simple logic, you will get the answer. But be careful while reading these kind of questions in UPSC exam. Whether just check it whether it is Jagirdar exchange with Zamindar and Zamindar exchange with Jagirdar or not. That's why answer is D. Neither one nor two. Right. We will move on to the next question. From 2019 itself, this is from science and technology. Like most of the people in science and technology have like all of these will be the answer, but here you will get trapped. In the context of digital technologies for entertainment, consider the following statements. In augmented reality, a simulated environment is created and physical world is completely shut off. In virtual reality, images generated from a computer are projected onto real life objects or surroundings. Here what UPSC did, they have exchanged augmented reality with virtual reality. First statement is with respect to virtual reality. In virtual reality, actually, simulated environment is created, and in augmented reality, images generated from a computer are projected onto real life object. That's why both the statements are wrong. Then come to the question number 3. AR, augmented reality, allows individuals to be present in the world and improves the experience using the camera of the smartphone or the PC. So this physical world is not shut off. That means AR is images generated from a computer are projected into real life objects or surroundings, and that allows individuals to be present in the world and improves the experience using camera and smartphone device. That's why this is more related to this, and this makes sense. Then VR closes the world, and if it closes the world, so complete physical is completely shut off. The first and fourth statement cannot be true together. Either it has to be 1 or 4th. That's why it is 4. So you can remove options where you will see 1 with 4. Like we don't have these options here. But now we will see 4th statement. VR closes the world and transposes an individual providing complete immersion experience. That's why 3rd and 4th statement is correct. Answer is B. 3 and 4. And first and second statement is wrong. Here again UPSC has just exchanged the words augmented reality with virtual reality. But in 3rd and 4th they have not exchanged. So you have to be careful in these kind of questions. Right? That was with respect to flip or interchange of exchange. Right? For your discussion or some kind of queries, we have started one group, UPSC forum. There you can discuss these kind of things or approaches, or you can share your doubts or some kind of different approaches so that others can benefit. Thank you very much.